Hello everyone, my name is Bryce Morgan, and today I'll be presenting my marketing plan to redesign Walmart's online grocery pickup and delivery service. So I'll be focusing on operational efficiency, customer satisfaction, as well as technological integration, all while maintaining Walmart's promise of everyday low prices. So starting with the executive summary, Walmart's OGP department plays a big role in their omni-channel strategy. With that being said, challenges like aisle congestion, manual quality checks, as well as bottlenecks in the fulfillment process are currently limiting its full potential. In this marketing plan, I am proposing the implementation of AI systems into the picking process to try and optimize pick routes, automate the quality check process, and then I would also like to extend the picking hours before days with forecasted high demand, and that's just try to boost the speed and accuracy of the service as well as reduce the workload for workers on those days. Through blueprinting and using the GAPS model, I will be addressing these challenges and set a path to scale and innovate. Balance section, the OGP department brings in a significant amount of the store's total revenue. One store can bring in upwards of $250,000 weekly during busy times, during peak weeks. Our store in Greenwood averages about $100,000 weekly in sales, but we can get up to that number during peak times for us as well. So the current process starts at 5 in the morning when the morning shift pick crew comes in and begins picking items. And then that's followed up at 7 a.m. when dispensers begin taking orders out. So in a single day, pick item volume can reach up to 15,000 items in a day, and then that's going to cause bottlenecks in the services, a lot of congestion within the aisle between customers and then the pick carts as well. And it also puts a lot of stress on both the pickers and the dispensers throughout their day. So this marketing plan is going to try to tackle these challenges through the use of AI systems and as well as implementing a late night pick crew. Analysis. Ever since COVID happened, consumer expectations have taken a significant shift, and it is projected by 2040 that 95% of sales will all be conducted online. So nowadays, consumers are seeking the ultimate convenience, and then they're also looking for low prices with inflation being where it's at. So that puts our service in a great spot. Our competitors like Target, Kroger, and Amazon Fresh are all investing heavily in their online grocery departments. So with that being said, it's going to be important to differentiate our brand from them and maintain our brand promise of everyday low prices. So using AI to optimize our pick routes, automate the quality checks process is one way we could do that. And then we also need to make sure that we're complying with data privacy laws as well as labor laws to make sure we're not violating any of them implementing. I'm doing a SWOT analysis on Walmart's service that they provide here. Some strengths that I identified are going to be Walmart's already existing brand as well as their already existing infrastructure. And then as well as the service runs smoothly 90% of the time. Most days there's no problems. It's usually only busy days that we ever experience any problems. And then the app is very user friendly and then integrates well into our handheld devices, so that's all seamless. So some weaknesses that I also uncovered are going to be aisle congestion, the automated or the manual quality checks, and then as well as the reliance on other departments for picking. So when I say aisle congestion, these pick carts are very wide. Sometimes you'll usually have 2, maybe 3 of them on one aisle picking items. You mix that into when the customers are shopping as well, it gets very congested on each aisle. It takes a long time for the pickers to get what items they need. So putting AI into that system to try and automate those items, to try and optimize the pick routes as well, is going to be very big. And then putting the quality check into that process as well is going to reduce time for the dispensers and the preppers, as they're usually having to take each item out of each bag, scan it all, and sometimes these orders can get over 10 totes. So at that point, you're having to take totes off of one another, put them on the ground, put them on other orders. So that's also going to reduce the amount of errors that we have in our orders. And then reliance on other departments for support. If we implement a late night picking crew past 7 p.m. On days before forecasted high demand days, we could try to reduce the amount of times that we're having to pull people from other departments. So some opportunities are going to be the AI route optimization, the ability to automate the quality check process, and then the extended picking hours. Those all go into the weaknesses. And then some threats that I identified are going to be the high costs of implementing the AI systems, as well as the employee adaptation to these new systems. And then finally, the growing competition of everyone. Online grocery is kind of the main thing right now. When it comes to grocery shopping, people really love the convenience about it and the idea that they get to stay in there. Into segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So our main target market is going to be time-constrained people. That's going to be busy parents with young children and then working professionals. A little micro segment is going to be the elderly people as well as more tech-savvy consumers. So keeping parents out of the store dealing with their children is going to be big for them. They don't want to go in and have to deal with the chaos of having to maneuver the store with their kids around. And then working people, sometimes you don't have the time or the effort to go walk in the store and fully shop for your groceries. So that's going to be a big thing for them with the convenience side of it as well. Moving on to the tech-savvy people. So this is just like a technological advancement in our society. This has been popular the past few years, So more and more people are going to continue to move into this service. And then with elderly people, they really just want to sit in their car. They don't want to get up, have the risk of, injuring something as they're walking around the store, picking things up, stuff like that. So they're going to value the convenience and then the ability to just sit in your car or have somebody load it for you. So a new revised positioning statement is going to be Walmart delivers everyday low prices with unmatched convenience, accuracy, and intelligent service so you can shop faster, smarter, and easier from the safety of your car. So this keeps the main focus on our brand promise of everyday low prices, and it also incorporates a little bit of our new innovations. Looking at the marketing mix, this service redesign is going to try to enhance all 7 aspects of the marketing mix. Starting off with product, the service at its core is going to remain the same. The only changes are going to come with the AI implementation and the picking system as well as the quality check system. As far as price goes, we're still going to try to maintain our everyday low prices, as that's the biggest thing for Walmart. We would like to increase the value of our service by just enhancing the speed and accuracy of the overall service. When it comes to place, the service will continue to be, provided in the same place. You'll pull in, park in the bay, check in on the app, everything will stay the same there. So that's going to save us a lot of time and money on building a new infrastructure, and then extending the picking hours to try and balance the workload will also kind of incorporate into that as well. When it comes to promotion, so we could do in-app notifications to consumers to let them know where their items are at in the picking process or the fulfillment process actually. We could use social media to try to implement or to try to show our new innovations that we have changed and how it's going to affect the speed and accuracy of our overall service. And then we could also do email marketing targeted to the big segments as well as the micro segments for our target market. And then we're also going to look at repeat orders as well. So we want to try to do a promotion for repeat orders as well. Looking at the people aspect of it, so new training modules to try to familiarize workers with the new technology is going to be important. And then ensuring that manager expectations are aligning with the worker expectations are also going to be key in this part. You don't want any conflict right there. Moving on to the process part. So the use of AI is going to let us use real-time data. So that'll allow the service to reduce the bottlenecks that are currently happening and try to close gap 3 in the service gaps model. So physical evidence, the tote labels, the staging systems, totes and pick carts, pallets and handles, and all printed information is going to stay the same. Once again, the only thing that's going to change is the picking system, the automated quality checks, and as well as the extended picking hours. And creating a real-time feedback system so that we can directly hear what the consumers are doing, and seeing in real time can also be important in this. So moving on to the short and long-term projections. Short term, we would like to see faster pick times, less congestion in the aisles, and then fewer order errors. So we will expect to see training and implementation costs to be offset by the productivity gains that we gain. So by reducing the errors within the order system, that'll just offset the price that it costs. So long term, we're looking to strengthen our overall brand and market position We already dominate the grocery sector, so we're just trying to maintain that pretty much. We have the potential to begin partnering with some third-party delivery services. That'd be like Grubhub, DoorDash, people like that, to where they can just come in and shop for the groceries and then just deliver them. So some KPIs that we're going to be looking at with these are going to be reduced errors within orders. So the less amount of people that are calling the department saying, hey, I didn't get these items, the better. So we're going to be looking at that. And then lower wait times for customers. And then as well, going back to that, repeat orders. We would like to see a lot of repeat orders. We don't want people just to do, one order with us, get it, and then never do it again. So that's also going to be a big thing. And then moving into the conclusion. In conclusion, Walmart's OGP department is very vital for their overall store, and not just for revenue, but their overall operation. But there are some inefficiencies that need to be met and looked at as well. So this plan is looking into the use of AI systems to try and automate the quality check process. We're going to try to optimize the pick routes to try to keep the pick carts off the same aisles and stuff. And then we also want to try to reinforce our brand image of everyday low price. So by closing the service gap and then embracing the new technology, Walmart has the chance to continue to dominate the grocery market, as well as scale their department up to begin taking in more orders daily. And I would like to thank you guys for your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions for you.